Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV for another video review, and this time we're blasting the past with Space Invaders Forever, a small trilogy of Space Invaders games from the franchise's long history in gaming. The game is also available on the Nintendo Switch and PS4 with compatibility with PS5, though in this video we're looking at the game on PS4 and PS5, with all footage captured on PS5, and a review code was provided by the publisher. I remember playing Space Invaders, or maybe a knockoff version, as a kid on one of those plug-and-play consoles that was basically a controller that you hooked up to your TV. I don't remember if I liked it, but the fact I remember it is something, I suppose. That was well over 20 years ago now, and here in 2021, Space Invaders doesn't really have a place. It was once the pinnacle of gaming, but these days it's seen as a sad relic that keeps getting dragged from its grave for one last tour, man. That's not to say that there isn't anything to like about this small compilation. The package includes 3 Space Invaders games, though only one of them managed to hold my attention for more than a few minutes. Space Invaders Extreme is, well, Space Invaders but extreme. It's the same simple gameplay of shooting away the aliens as they mooch their way down the screen, but with the added twist that there are power-ups and boss battles. But by and large, it's still just Space Invaders, though the music does get extra points. Space Invaders Gigamax 4 SE is Space Invaders with a bigger playing field and the addition of multiplayer. My boy Charlie, who at 4 years old is already quite the gaming expert, was not interested in the slightest and begged to be able to go back to Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I obliged because I wasn't really feeling the game either. Lastly, we've got Arkanoid vs Space Invaders, which is at least a little more interesting than the other 2 games in this 3-game deal. But really, is blending one dead franchise with another the best way to revive either? No, not really. But I enjoyed the change in scenery and the change in gameplay. Rather than sending a little gun across the bottom of the screen to ping tiny little bullets upwards, you move a slab around and deflect enemy fire back at them. But even then, this is still a simple port of a smartphone game. It might be fun to play while you're waiting for your Rona test results to come through, but it's not really fitting for a good old-fashioned sit-down session on the big screen. At least it's a little fun though, and it makes use of the PS4 and PS5 controller touchpads for its gameplay, which is a rarity these days. The package as a whole is not all that great unless you're the ultimate Space Invaders fan, and the asking price of $29.99 is far too high. I hate to say that any game series should die, aside from Crash Bandicoot, but I think Space Invaders has had its time in the sun, but now it's time to be put to rest. The 80s was a great time, as far as Hollywood has told me, but not everything from that decade needs to be dragged up and paraded around every few years. Eddie Murphy got the hint, and now it's time Space Invaders did too. And that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it to be of some use. If you did and you want more, then go ahead and click the like and subscribe buttons down below, as well as the bell icon, so that you're notified whenever we have new stuff. I've been Chris, I was born in the 90s, so I actually belong here, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye!